mean, isn't
dancer. She sings.
her sister is an artist. This is the painting of Angela that she did.
That's the mom?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
She's hot.
The Facebook family. That's what we'll call them. I really cared about this girl. And had a real conversation with her.
Come on up here, y'all, and get some of this good old Catfish right here.
I loves me some Catfish. So this is an art film. Is it a documentary on catfish, on like how to fry catfish?
No, it's not. It's not like something about saving the catfish or anything like that.
It's actually about a catfish who goes online and meets somebody. It has like an online relationship for about a year until the catfish decides to go ahead and get a car and seek out this person.
It's about a guy who thinks he's having a relationship with a girl and ends up being a catfish.
So it's like that internet term of fishing.
Well, the movie they actually explain where this whole title Catfish came from, but it's just from a saying. But the movie itself deals with this photographer. He's 24 years old. He's a guy named Nev. What's his name?
That's a girl's name.
Well, he is kind of a pretty boy. So.
He's in New York City. Give him a break.
Yeah. He's the only guy who can have a camcorder like right on his face and look like he doesn't have a single pimple, single flaw, anything. It's like, was this guy like digitally enhanced by James Cameron?
That's one of the things that makes you speculate. Like he looks awful pretty sitting up here in front of the camera right now for this to be a candid documentary.
Right.
I know you
regular Joe.
You kept saying coming out of it, I'm not sure that was a real documentary. I'm like, I'm sure it was. You're like, I don't think it was. But now that you say that, it was like, wow, that's true. They were all a little too pretty.
Yeah, man, that would be hilarious to like make a documentary, but you hire an actor to play you in the documentary.
Well, he's better looking than me. What do you want me to do? You actually see a hand come on powder and the guy's like, well, fucking film it, go on.
Like the absolute most perfect teeth ever.
You're like, I did actually just do that, but now we're going to have my double do it. So it looks better on camera.
This team not only happens to look really good on camera, but they just happen to be at all the right places at all the right times by accident. But Nev Schulman, he's a 24 New York photographer. And his brother and his best friend, I think his brother named Ariel Schulman. And damn, what's with the girl names? Their parents wanted some girls bad.
It sounds like movie title names.
Unless they're Israeli. There's a lot of Israeli names.
Well, they do look like they are probably Israeli.
Okay.
They look like terrorists.
Yeah, they look.
No. The Israelis are the good guys.
Exactly.
I can tell.
Oops. They're the Jews.
I didn't mean it that way.
Depending on who you talk to.
Yes, depending on who you talk to.
The Palestinians blow up stuff. The Jews just sue. Which one do you want to fuck with?
I'm not part of this conversation.
I like explosions.
Actually, the Israelis are more about shooting.
Yeah. Okay.
And Krav Maga.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this alone. Now, this is where it's getting crazy. But yeah, and then his friend Henry Juice, Ariel and Henry, they decided to make a documentary about their brother.
Juice.
I don't know about him. I'm not. But so it starts out as, well, our brother Nev, he just is an interesting guy, and he's starting to get these packages from a 9-year-old girl who, for her age, is an exceptional painter. And then the mother gets involved, and she starts having some correspondence with Nev also. However, it's the sister that really brings Nev into this family, because he starts having an online relationship with this girl, because the girl is hot.
Yeah, he is sexting the hell out of her.
Oh, yeah.
So wait. Just take me back. Now, he discovers a 9-year-old girl online.
He starts getting these packages out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, because he's on. The whole thing is centered around Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a story about how Facebook can just lead into these weird relationships with people. You never know what you're getting into, and they seek him out. And for some reason, this girl takes a liking to him, starts sending his paintings. The mom starts talking to him, saying, "Thank you for taking an interest in my daughter." He actually talks to the brother, and the brother's even like, "Wow, you're really good to our family." And the sister comes on, who's hot, and she's like, "Wow, you really are a nice guy. You're cute. I'm not dating anybody." Sure, I'd like for you to come see me, except every time he wants to set this up, something always happens. I mean, he's crushing the hell out this ass online, but he's like, I can only like jerk off to this picture every night. I gotta go see this girl.
How long have you been calling each other babe? A couple weeks? 2 weeks, maybe? So you're full on going out? This is a long distance relationship?
No, we're not. But if we met each other and the attraction exists in real life, like it would be like instantaneous relationship.
Between like the fact that like I don't take online relationships seriously, or if I know somebody and they cancel on me 4 times in a row, I'm kind of done with them.
That's where this whole thing comes in, because
I feel like I'm not gonna feel sorry for this guy.
No, there's a lot of conflict with this movie, and a lot of people and this is what I like about the movie. There's a range of emotions that are involved in this, anywhere from sympathy to just disgust. But he starts to like notice that this is not adding up. There are just certain things that are happening which are too good to be true or just a flat out lie. And when he wants to go see her, she's always turning him down. So he just says, well, we're already filming a documentary. This is what his brother's saying, because Nev is saying, I don't want to be a part of this. Yeah, right. but they said, okay, well, since we're filming this documentary, let's change the subject and let's go on this road trip to go meet this girl and figure out what's happening. Yeah, surprise her.
At that point, they're already pretty sure it's all bullshit. Because remember, they've looked up stuff online, they're double checking things, they're looking deeply into it, and they're going, man, something is wrong. Because a lot of stuff they're telling us and a lot of stuff they're doing just doesn't hold any water.
Nothing is adding up at all. Like clear signs of, for you to just go,
so the paintings aren't even real.
I need to leave this alone, but like all white people, go.
They're explorers.
But we don't want to reveal too much. We don't want to reveal too much, because as you follow along, it is a mystery that slowly unravels, and you don't know what is happening. You don't know if this is going to be something innocent, if this is going to even if we're watching a real documentary and it's going to end up being another Blair Witch knockoff. I mean, we really don't. At least I didn't. I didn't know anything about this movie. Didn't see a trailer. Didn't know anything about the story. I went in and I was very nervous for these people, because I didn't know where this was going to go. And that whole time I'm sitting up there figuring, I'm nervous in a way that I'm nervous for characters, because I'm like, hey, if I'm being duped here, I can kind of see what's happening, but yet, as a novelty possible horror film, I'm really wrapped up into this.
And that's the key right there, is that there's a point in the film where I didn't know either. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know if it was a documentary, a fake documentary, what. I had no idea. And there's a point that I was certain that this was obviously a fake documentary and it was a horror film, that it was about to get really messed up. And I'm not going to say whether or not it was. I just say that what they did come up with left me so completely and utterly cold. And the problem is I can't even discuss it at length without spoiling anything.
Yeah, you can't, because this is one of those movies that the less you know about it, I think the better experience you'll have with it.
Yeah.
Because, I saw a trailer online. I'd recommend people not to see that trailer, because it does put you in a mind frame of what to possibly expect. And it really is, it really is a creepy. It's creepy.
So after seeing the trailer and then seeing the real movie, did it let you feel let down?
You know what? For a minute it did, but only for a minute. And it got more interesting as it went along. As you were starting to follow what was going on with these people, it got to a point that I wasn't expecting at all. With the film.
Well, the way this movie was made is what I really have respect for. The editing in this I thought was one of the most admirable things about the film, because they do a good job at taking all these conflicting little bits of information that come up and stringing you along with it, because they're doing the evidence themselves, and you feel like you're trying to put the mystery together with them. Now, that being said, there's a lot of things that will probably upset people for many different reasons, and I admire the film for that too. Some people are going, there are already people who are walking out of this either feeling like they've been duped themselves and don't like it. They're angry by the end of the film, and people are angry for different reasons. People are angry because of what they found. People are angry because they think that these guys are playing a prank, a cruel prank, and not coming clean and trying to act sincere. Or they feel like this is somewhat being exploitive of certain elements of the film, not just the audience.
But even more so than that, though, I felt like, on the other side of it, the characters who we're supposed to, on some level, maybe feel empathy for, I didn't at all. I just like, okay, this was tedious. This is just, wow, people are, I'm watching this going, this is a situation we all know exists. We've probably seen happen. We've probably been involved in on some level or another.
Not me.
So there's nothing really, we've encountered shit like this, or we know people who have, and there's nothing really spectacular about it. It's really kind of mundane at this point. And I didn't feel like it played out in any sort of interesting way. In fact, I felt like the characters who we're supposed to like the most, the main characters, were really just a bunch of evil dicks that when it all turned around, they were like, oh shit, we're going to look like a bunch of evil dicks. That's all it felt like, was them going, shit, what are we going to do now? We got to make us look like nice guys.
Well, I mean, in some ways, that you're almost ruining the movie because, I mean, when you say it's mundane, I didn't feel that way at all. I mean, I just find people really fascinating, especially what they go through to, like, either try to, in this movie, trying to establish what exactly is going on, and when, it's dealt to them, to seeing how they react towards it. You do end up putting yourself in the situation going, what would I have done in this situation? And that's what I really loved about this movie. I honestly liked all the interactions that was going on, and it just, it left me really fascinated. I was really thinking about this film after I left, and it does make you juggle back and forth between, do you like the conclusion of it, or do you, how do you really feel about all these people involved?
Well, I would just say this: the ignorance that these guys try to portray most of the time, I think is bullshit, and I think they kind of need to drop that and come clean and say, we kind of knew. I don't blame them for filming this. Leon, this is the kind of shit that you would say I would do all the time. Like, I would find something crazy and pursue it.
Yes,
somebody who I should not be talking to.
Yeah.
This does feel like, I see why you like this.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what these guys are doing, what you would do in a sense. You wouldn't be mean like that they are, but you would definitely want to know.
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
probably invite these people to move into your house, and you'd be like, hey, what else can I get you? Do you want? Can I serve you some wine and some dinner?
Oh, yeah.
And then we would all have to experience it knowing him.
They'd be here every time we record.
By the end of the week,
we would go through that experience.
They'd be animated characters on Spill.
Yeah, no, I'll be reading the letter like, this guy's coming in from out of town. His name is Jay Voorhees. I don't. Seems like a nice dude to me.
I really think we should go camping.
Yeah.
A lot of people end up missing in those ways. No, it's gonna be fun. Don't worry about it.
But I do. I mean,
if I may speak for our audience who also hasn't seen this movie, y'all are killing me with this whole it's about I can't tell you this next part.
And that's what we should. That's exactly what we should be doing to you. We should be making you wonder and not get any clue what we're talking about, but giving you enough information about how this movie affected us, because it's one of those movies you cannot tell anybody about. And I guarantee you that when we're done here, you're going to get so many different opinions from us that it's going to be something that you say, I have to see this myself.
Yeah, it's funny because if I hadn't talked to you guys, I would have assumed that nobody else liked this film, because I walked out of it really not liking it at all, going, what the fuck was the point of that? I mean, kind of pissed off about it. I was like, what a waste of time.
And I was looking at him like, what the fuck is your problem?
I know he walked out. Met co-host and I were trying to say, what? Yeah, we were looking at each other like, what's wrong with him? Because he walked out, he was just like, I know people like this, and I fucking hate these people on screen as much as I fucking hate them in real life.
And then I told Corey, I think it hit a little too close.
It wasn't even that I hate those people so much. It's that I just wasn't impressed. I was like, there's nothing special or interesting about them. They're just like, hey, man, just stay away from those people. And it's really that simple.
And meanwhile,
you sure that's not misplaced feelings about how you feel about Corey?
I know.
Just the comparison was already made.
I know, because that's me. I'm at home. This is me every day on Spill. Just inviting people from different countries and different cities to come here, or I'm going and finding them. Like, yeah, Corey, you can come and sleep on my couch. Guess what I'm doing this weekend? I'm going to see another stranger. But
I think hostile is my misplaced feeling.
Where's I've made about 100 of these documentaries already on my own.
Corey's the only guy who knows who'll fly millions of miles away to find a friend.
Yeah. Ain't got no friends here? No, I'm tired of y'all. These are new ones. But no, I mean,
what's your name? Black Guy Killer Mike?
Yeah.
That sound friendly enough.
The rapper? What, the rapist?
Oh, you're a therapist?
Right. Yeah, I've been using that special lotion you sent me, but what's it for?
I'm going to meet these really cool guys who all like to dress up like ghosts to have a bonfire. It's going to be awesome. But man, I tell you,
they're like some kind of chicken bands.
I love chicken.
Yeah, I love chicken.
I love costumes.
Apparently they fry a lot of chicken when they. Who can say no to that? But no, man.
Corey, I'm coming with you.
Please.
I love chicken too.
Let's look at a camera and document that I sure wouldn't like the Blair Witch.
Or more like the Wicker Man.
You white son of a bitches. I know I'm burning alive, but I'm like, I still haven't got my chicken yet. But man, even I'm kind of thinking to myself, am I wrong for enjoying this movie? But I have to go with how this movie really entertained me. When I say entertained, it really kept me involved with the whole thing to the point where I was like laughing at one point. I was relating to it. Then I became very nervous, and then I was just curious at one point, like, okay, what are we going to have here? And he kept that up until the very end. And even then, with what they find, you're still questioning yourself: is this really happening? I mean, is this is too good to be true? And that's the problem with the film. It is a little bit too good to be true. I don't doubt that it is a documentary, but I just doubt the validity of it when they say that they didn't know what was happening. And I love the movie myself. I loved it because it does have me having mixed feelings, while at the same time it's still keeping me guessing as to what I've seen. I've put it all together for the most part, but I'm still trying to think in certain parts of back to certain parts of the movie. Was that staged or was it not? Is that person real or was it not? And I'm still doing research on this movie too. And these guys, I got to give it to them. Whether you hate them or love them, I think they've done a great job or a terrible job. They're keeping up a straight face. They're not coming clean just yet, and I got to give it to them, man. This is not another Blair Witch Project. This is better than something like that, and I give the movie a full price.
And it's funny, if you hadn't been that interested in it, I honestly probably would have mostly forgotten about this film by now. I mean, the only reason I've been still thinking about it is knowing we had this review coming up. I just thought it was that forgettable. I mean, I wish I could see in it what you do. I mean, I'm sitting there the whole movie going, where's the catfish coming? There's no hot buttered biscuit, green beans on the side, nothing.
You hungry son of a bitch.
I was starving.
Now we know why you hate this. You were sitting up there with like a lobster bib on, a knife and a fork the whole time.
Cyrus at the Catfish parlor, like right after this.
Yeah, his mystery is over in 5 minutes. He just rode down the street.
All that being said, there's some decent editing in here. I like some of the soundtrack to it. There was points I was really with it, and then it just, for me, like I said, it so utterly and completely fell apart for me at the end. But clearly there is an audience for this film who are interested in it. Y'all weren't the only ones, so don't feel bad, Corey. You're not a bad person. But the most I can give it, and this is like just, for me being generous, because I really didn't like it, is a rental. And that's because I'm going, okay, well, clearly there's
something
audience
for somebody.
Yeah.
Just not me.
Just not me.
Well, I think I went through almost every emotion you can think of watching this film because
you got horny?
You are, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
hey, man, are you kidding? There was one point
Did you not see that chick? The one that was on Facebook?
With the glamour shots picture
hot.
from the 80s?
Yeah. When I get this on DVD, those scenes are going to be paused.
There was actually a moment in the film you thought she was really her and that's what she looked like?
Well, she's on Facebook. She has to be real.
Co-host is looking for that girl right now.
I think I'm starting to see why you guys like this movie more than me.
I think I had that girl in the wallet when I bought it.
Really? Do you still have it?
He just snatched your wallet.
Yeah, it's like picture. Here's my family. They're all dressed in white with tennis rackets. They got an Afghan house. What?
Getting back to my review. I mean, yeah, it does. For me, I was at the edge of my seat, just going, "What the fuck are these guys doing? What is going on now?" Like, and even like when I was trying to put things together, I was like, "Oh, don't you go? It's really dark. Yeah. Don't you be walking down that dark? Don't do that!" I was about to scream at the screen. But I mean, once it unfolds, I think that's the best experience you can have from a movie. Not really, something that keeps you really second guessing yourself and just showing you something that you just would never expect. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. These guys, if they were bullshit artists, they're the best bullshit artists I've ever seen in my life. And I'm giving this a full price. Don't just because I mentioned that movie.
I know. I was like all with you, and then you said that. I was like, oh,
it looked like somebody it's like an imaginary fist punched Leon in the face.
Leon, let me say this much: you know how much you like to watch movies. You are very much like me in this aspect that you like to watch movies that make you squirm.
Hell yeah!
And this movie does that many times. It is so much that comes together in this movie that is not right.
Okay, you winning me back.
No, it really, near the end of this movie, you're just shaking your head and your skin is tingling because it's so uncomfortable. I mean,
did it remind you of the Blair Witch Project?
No, that's what I'm saying. All right. I'm just saying there was a moment.
I'm saying the experience that I had with that, like not really knowing what was going on, I had the kind of same feeling I had with this. Just you're concerned about the characters at some point.
And then Cyrus is just mad because he tried to do some internet dating on Facebook. Went to go see the girl and it was an actual catfish. He's
actually
that wouldn't have made me mad.
No, that would have been a win-win. He'd have had sex with it and then ate it afterwards.
You've just found like the tip of the iceberg.
You gotta stop. Put the camera down.